Welcome back to Hanksy Panksy No Bollocks, a little podcast where two brothers who are all sixes and sevens got into a right barney with Tom Hanks. Spent too long without Sherman Tanker Dwayne Johnson. Took a long butchers at Keanu Reeves, and I'm about to spend some time with their favourite baked bean, Sandra Bullock. Did that from memory. I'm Sam Siegel, baby.
Holy shit, seriously?
Yep.
God damn, dude, that's impressive.
Thank you. I should remember more things, but instead I remember that.
Yeah, I mean it is worth it. I mean, this is the place to put all of your efforts,
Hmm.
is this podcast.
Yeah, I don't have anything more important going on. So,
No, who does? Everyone who has a podcast, that's the most important thing in their life. I don't know, we all
hmm
know this.
yeah. And in a continuing trend, who the fuck are you?
Oh, I'm Luke Patrick, I'm the other
There we go,
dumb
yeah.
idiot. I like this alternate reality where you truly don't know who I am.
I just podcast with a stranger every time.
You are both face and voice blind, so every time you just
Mm,
get a little scared.
yeah. Who is this? Um, and yet not penis blind, which is interesting.
Now, actually, that would track for you with all of the amount of like the dick watching throughout the
Hmm.
course of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense now because that's the only way you can identify
Yeah,
people.
it's been my secret this whole time. I don't actually know who the fuck Tom Hanks is unless I see his penis.
True. Hey, speaking of the guy,
Hmm.
what are we gonna do? The Phoenician blowjob or whatever it's
Yeah, the
called?
Phoenician scheme. We also have to do ballerina because I
Mm.
think Keanu is in that at least briefly.
Is he? I mean, okay. I want to see Ballerina, so that's an easy
Yeah,
sell.
yeah.
But is he load bearing? Do we have to watch
Couldn't
that
tell
one?
you.
Okay, well we should watch it. That would be fun.
Yeah. Um. Well, the question is the Phoenician scheme streaming? Oh, thanks, Daphne, for hitting the mic with your tail.
Yeah, I see a kitty, a sweet, sweet
Mm-hmm.
kitty.
Sweet little cat, still beefing with her sister,
Still
driving me nuts.
beefing? Man, that's a
Okay.
rap beef that needs to die in Twitter somewhere. They need to hash it
Frickin'
out.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So for starters, I just want to let you know that the Phoenician scheme has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3.6 out of 5 on Letterboxd, which actually does not bode too well for us.
No, it does not.
It does seem like it is available to stream on the old cock.
Okay.
Um, and so I guess we do have to watch that
Oh boy.
at some point soon.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So, um, hmm,
Hmm.
hmm.
What's the stitch on Ballerina while you're in the interwebs?
Oh yeah, ballerina from the world of John Wick: ballerina. Uh, that looks like it's maybe only for rent
Okay, fuck
for
that.
$20.
No, thank you. We did this. We've done this with Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't returning to Space Jam 2 A New Legacy.
No. Um, I just from the posters, Keanu does seem to be in it a fair whack.
Nice, I
So
guess.
I don't.
I mean, we did rank John Wick's 1 through 4, I
Hmm.
believe, movies 1 through 4 in our top ranking.
If memory serves, it's 4, 1, 2, 3.
Right, exactly. But that
Yeah.
was like number one movie was number four, John
Hmm.
Wick, etc. Like, I mean, so I returning to that world. I'm not super upset at it.
No. You know they're talking about making a fifth one.
No,
They're
don't
like
do
working
it.
on a fifth one.
But he did.
Well, apparently they're trying to figure out how to get out of that little wrinkle.
Like there's a gravestone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Does he burst through the loam like a zombie and like I don't
Zombie
know.
Wick could be interesting.
Zombie Wick would be a brave new direction for the franchise.
It would.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to break out of some habits here
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
In that I don't want to wait a quarter into our podcast to start talking about the movie that we did watch for this one.
Sure. And this is
Now,
the movie that you
have I picked an inopportune film
Yeah.
to do that? Of course I have. Um, but I still think we should try to um mention the name of it before 10 minutes in.
That's fair.
And that
That's
is
fair.
1996's A Time to Kill.
Yeah.
Um, how was your watch?
Well, I wandered down to the docks
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Hey, Captain Tapebeard, I want to watch this Sandy B flick." And
Mm-hmm.
Tapebeard was like, "Yar, which one?" And I said, "A Time to Kill." To which he said,
Yar, be ye sure.
"Be sure, because it's definitely 6:30 in the morning. Are you
And it's
sure?"
this be a heavy one, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, so despite the warnings from Captain Tapebeard, did can start consuming this one about 6:37 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So my day has started with a flavor,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently we'll get into it at great length since this is the film that you want to like dig into with a
I feel
pitchfork.
like at a minimum we should talk about the movie at least a little bit before the 15-minute mark.
Yeah,
I don't think we have to really hang tough, but
yeah.
I just feel like maybe maybe at least mention it before we're, a good chunk of the way into the episode.
Oh, that's completely fair. Yeah, so A Time to Kill.
I just don't
Um,
want to edge people that much.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be kind with the edging. I mean, you
Hmm.
need to you need to know people's limits and respect them.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, man, that was it. Watched it all in one sitting. This is a pretty long movie, 2.5 hours.
Hmm.
Saw every second with Sandy B
Yep.
and Matt McConaughey's and Sam Jackson.
Hmm.
And
Oliver Platt,
Oliver Platt was here too, folks.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald and Kiefer Sutherland.
I'm sorry, Luke. Donald Sutherland and Kiefer William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus Sutherland.
Is that his full
That is
fucking
his full
name?
goddamn name.
That's amazing.
Kiefer William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus Sutherland.
That's like, okay, here's my guess. My theory is that this was a case of honoring the granddads gone wrong.
Too many granddads.
Too many granddads, and that
That's
they
my
went
favorite board game.
too many
Too
granddads.
many granddads. It's the sequel to Don't Wake Daddy.
hmm Well, I think you may have set a record because that will probably be the episode title, and it's not even 10 minutes into this podcast. So,
Well, I can die happy now.
yeah, it's pretty good. Too Many Granddads is one, a hilarious idea for a board game, and two, a pretty good episode title. What would even be the gameplay of Too
Too
Many
many
Granddads?
granddads. I think you're trying to let me think. You're trying to navigate a family function um
Mm.
without being told the same story from World War II more than 5 times. It's like you have a little health bar of like what
Oh
your
yeah.
attention span is. Um, and every time you bump into a granddad because they're roving on the map,
hmm
I imagine it's
hmm
a map sort of like Clue,
Yeah.
where you're like trying to assemble a plate at a family function, but the
Nice.
food is like not all in the same room.
hmm
So like their appetizers in one room and mains in the other, and you're trying to get a full plate of food.
Yeah.
But sometimes you bump into a granddad, And he goes, back in my day, we used to have to thresh our own wheat to get the bread. And sometimes we would just use sawdust because that's easier. And
Yeah.
it saps your strength. And
Yeah.
so if you run into the titular too many granddads, you
Hmm.
die actually, and you can't fill your plate.
This
But there are
is
bonuses. So like if
okay.
you bump into like a hot cousin, um, you can refresh some points.
Man, I didn't think Too Many Granddads was that great until they added the Hot Cousin DLC.
The hot cousin DLC really.
Really spiced it. I gotta
Yeah.
admit, it didn't sound like a good idea, but what
hmm
it brought to the gameplay was a lot of intrigue,
hmm
some good strategic thinking, and a hot cousin. So
Yeah, they for shorthand we call it Too Many Granddads Giuliani Edition.
Giuliani edition.
hmm
Yeah. I mean, you gotta keep it in the family. You gotta
You
keep that
got
generational
that's
wealth in the
actually the
family.
tagline. Too Many Granddads,
Keep it in the
the
family.
Giuliani Edition. Keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family. Anyway, that was all to say. My watch was fine. Sam, how was your watch?
Okay, so remember how I said that we should not get on tangents before we talk about the movie?
Yeah,
I do actually need to get on a tangent about something.
sure.
Because it does have to do with my watch. For this one, I did opt to rent it from Fandango at home. Uh,
Okay, poor K. I need an explanation, I feel
yeah,
like.
well, okay. So we are, I think, as we can all agree, at a pretty bad point in capitalism, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Daphne, do you want to like shit or get off the pot?
Yeah, this cat's really being a nuisance today.
A little bit, yeah. I love her to death, but I think she wants to leave. Do you want to leave the room? I don't know why I'm talking to you like my son, like you know how to speak back to me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think we can all agree at a bad point when it comes to capitalism.
Oh yeah.
Um, and so your major movie rental options are Amazon,
Yeah.
owned by bastard man Jeff Bezos, who
Hmm.
just spent $50 million to rent a city,
Yeah, yeah.
um, which I think is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yeah,
So
apparently you can do that. If you're one of the richest people on earth, apparently you can just get a World Heritage site for a
seems
day.
like it, yeah, which is, I think we can all agree, fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
And then there's Microsoft, where I typically rent my movies, which, despite having billions of dollars, keeps laying off game developers like they're nothing, even though they chose to buy the studios.
Yeah.
So they buy the studios, and then they go, oops, and they fire like 9,000 people in a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Um, lay their asses off and then tell them, why don't you comfort yourself with the dulcet tones of AI,
Yeah.
um, which has never gotten anything wrong. BT dubs, we're going to use our AI to help facilitate a genocide. So, got a lot of good options.
I got a great option for you.
Is it Tape Beard?
It is Captain Tapebeard.
Yeah, there is Captain Tapebeard. But I just
But outside of sailing the seven seas, I see the problem
there is an
because
issue. And
yeah.
and I have seen this said about Tesla before, and I think it is kind of a fascinating example where at some point, probably at the time that the Supreme Court said that corporations are effectively people,
Yeah.
we got to a spot where corporations have political beliefs now and like a political valence.
Yeah.
And so and that changes. It's not steady. It changes. So like if you bought a Tesla when they first started getting made, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
You were doing something that's good for the environment. You Elon Musk seemed okay.
Eccentric, but
Eccentric.
okay.
Yeah,
Not,
did he still
yeah,
benefit from apartheid and get his money from his papa's emerald mine? Sure, yeah,
yeah.
but that was in a different country. Um,
That happened over there.
yeah, and it seemed like he was maybe trying to turn over a new leaf in making electric vehicles that were better for the environment.
Yeah.
And then he started doing Nazi salutes.
On
Um,
national
on
television.
national television, and being pretty rank in every way
Hmm.
that you could be. And so now owning a Tesla means you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, unless
Unless,
unless you have one of these self-deprecating bumper stickers
sure.
that clearly identifies the fact that you bought it back when the political prevalence of that company was like good-ish.
Ish, yeah. And so, like, that's the thing. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
Is that also, Daphne, did you just want out of the goddamn room? Oh, let's get you out of the room. That's a closet, by the way.
To cat, it's all a door, man.
It's all door. Um, and that's the unfortunate thing is that the company that you bought car from, and car, not an insignificant investment,
The car expensive.
that you can jump out of easily,
Hmm.
um, suddenly says something about you politically as a
Yeah.
person, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah, it
That
does.
fucking sucks. Just like if I go to Home Depot, which bad. That does that say something like it's a fucking problem is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. Is it like corporations should not have a political valence.
No. And the other problem with this is that two things stick out.
Mm-hmm.
One, like you said, if you're trying to consistently and constantly map who is leaning in what direction politically,
Mm-hmm.
your head will be spinning forever. I
Yeah, because Target, for example,
was about to
like
say Target. Yeah.
4 years ago, Target good.
Yeah.
Now Target bad. But the other is like, was it ever really good? No.
No.
None of them are ever actually good.
No. Other
Um,
than, well, I was gonna say Ben and Jerry's, but I think they're owned by like Unilever or somebody.
Probably. I guess Costco. I guess Co
Costco and the Arizona green tea guy. They
and the
seem pretty
Arizona
chill.
and Bob's Red Mill.
Oh, that guy won't sell out. Man, you'd have to take Bob out of his red mill
Well, he
by
died
force. Oh,
recently,
okay. Okay.
and I don't know if you saw this. So he had always said, when I beef it, the company will go to the employees.
Oh,
Everyone gets an
nice.
even share, and so he beefed it. Company went to the employees.
Fuck yeah.
King Arthur Flour, also employee owned.
In New England, up in Norwich, it's
Hmm.
pretty cool.
So there are some decent ones out there. But I feel like even saying like there are some decent ones out there buys into the notion that
Yeah.
there's a valence to these things.
Or I'll give you a really good example. Man, this
Hmm.
is a deep tangent, but this one really fucked me off.
Uh-huh.
Which is that REI, right?
Yeah.
Like pretty universally regarded as a great company. Like it's a
Hmm.
co-op technically, kind of. But they're really big on like environmentalism, conservation,
Hmm.
like pretty steady standard good company. Well, I went to go buy a bike from them about 5 months ago,
Uh-huh.
4 or 5. And turns out they are so understaffed that the bike I wanted, it would take them months just to get the time to build it.
Jesus.
Just like literally the like despondence in the guy's face when I was like, how long would it take to build, like, you have it in the back? And he was like, yeah. And I was like,
Hmm.
so how long would it take to build the bike? And he's like, well, we're backed up and we're understaffed so much.
Yeah.
It would take me months. So fuck REI. Like they won't hire
Yeah.
enough people to actually cover their butts. And like I was a paying customer. Like, isn't capitalism supposed to be about like I have money I will exchange for goods and services?
Hmm.
But no, it's all about growth and
Or
growth over everything.
let's talk. Okay. let's say I want to go grocery shopping.
Yeah,
Okay. Walmart, that's out
that's out.
because the Waltons are currently rat fucking my state
Yeah,
as
for sure.
particularly the education in my state as much as they possibly can. So
Oh yeah.
can't do Walmart. Can't do
And
as we discussed, can't do Target.
can't do Target or Walmart. Walmart is also hilariously like ruining weird. They're doing like cartoon corporation evil villain shit because they're like wrecking education and they're taking all the conservation areas and turning them into mountain bike trails.
Yep.
But then they're also paying like fucking Alabama sheiks to come to town. So I don't know what's going on up
It's
there.
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Um,
But Target for sure. Can't do
can't do
Target.
Target, can't do Walmart.
Yeah.
Costco's there, but Costco's also not like, in my opinion, amazing for regular
No.
grocery shopping.
No, if you want literally 10 pounds of peanut butter
Sure,
for
great for that.
for whatever reason, they don't judge. They don't give a shit what you're going to do with 10 pounds of peanut
Yeah,
butter.
if you want an entire horse's worth of meat, sure.
Yeah.
But if you just want like a steak,
Yeah.
they don't have you. So you
No.
can't really do Costco,
No.
feasibly. Well, what about Kroger? Well,
No.
Kroger pretty proud of how much they're price gouging and have been since the pandemic. In many earnings calls, they've been like, yeah, we just keep jacking up the price and people keep fucking paying it, so why would we ever bring it down?
Yeah.
Um, so Kroger's bad. So then you have Trader Joe's. Well, Trader Joe's is owned by a German conglomerate that also owns Aldi. And also, Trader
Oh
Joe's
shit.
seems to have a lot of quality assurance issues with their the house brand
Yeah.
products. Like a lot of contamination issues
Which
that feels
is
like things are not
yeah.
great and they union bust. So
Yeah.
like I guess I gotta go out and thresh some fucking wheat or start making bread out of sawdust.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Here's what I genuinely think. And then actually to
Oh, and
back you
can't
up,
do Whole Foods because that's Amazon.
that's Amazon. That's Jeffrey Bezos. See above about renting a
Yeah.
World Heritage site for the
Mm-hmm.
day, for the red wedding or whatever. Could have been a
Mm-hmm.
red wedding. Could have been. None of us were brave
Should have
enough.
been.
Should have
Just
been.
saying, jokes.
Jokes. So here's another example. Like, turns out that the I play a lot of TCGs. I'm quite a fan of collectible card games.
Mm-hmm.
There is one site that we all basically use. There's like a handful, but like there's one major one, tcgplayer.com.
Mm-hmm.
Owned by eBay. They're known for union busting right now. So,
You
and
can't win.
yeah, you can't win. And here's how I genuinely think about it, because TCG Player is such a good example because individual sellers on there include people like me who
Mm-hmm.
just have a bunch of cards they want to sell, and like your local game store. They all like a lot of LGSs thrive by selling things online
Mm-hmm.
that they get locally and then sell on TCG Player. So like it just makes me think of Cheaty and The Good Place. Like
Yes.
it is not you drinking almond milk that's the problem, even though you knew almond milk was bad for the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is the system. The system is broken. So you should minimize your
Thank
impact.
you.
Yeah. But we should be fucking with the system. And
So
you do the best you can, man.
here's the deal. And this is why our perspective on it is so fucking busted. Because our society is so individualist
Yeah,
that all our solutions are individual.
totally.
So it's like whenever you're talking about like reducing like fucking heart disease or whatever, you're telling people eat better, exercise more. Well, people don't have the money or time to do that.
Yeah,
Um, and also I put it to you, maybe healthier food should be cheaper and more readily available.
totally.
Maybe we should not be working 40, 80, 100 hours a week to make ends meet so that you actually could have time
Yeah.
to exercise. Because a lot of people just fucking don't.
Nope.
Um,
Specifically like Amazon drivers.
mm-hmm,
It's cartoonish out here because Amazon drivers can't afford to take a piss break.
exactly.
But Jeffrey Bezos, who owns their asses, can afford to like rent out Italy for a week.
Yes.
So
So, so the solution cannot be individual. Same with
No.
like eco-friendly stuff. Um, all our solutions are like, well, drive a hybrid, turn your lights off, run
Yeah.
the AC at a higher temperature so you're not running it. No, no. That's literally that was peddled by oil and gas companies
Mhm.
so that they wouldn't be held responsible.
And I don't
And
think they have any bias or reason to make you feel shitty. These oil and gas companies, definitely there's no ulterior
no,
motive
of course
behind
not.
them.
Of course
Yeah.
not. And it is now, I feel like the same thing with like, well, you should only shop at like good companies or whatever. It like, like progressive companies. And it's like, maybe we should fucking do something on a larger scale where companies can't be involved with politics.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, because there's always going to be your Spiders George of like just shitty behavior, right? Like your Hobby Lobbies are always going to exist.
Always.
Always.
Sure, there's always going to be a store that has been well documented in looting antiquities, uh,
They're so
priceless
funny to me.
antiquities.
Yeah, because they're not only because like they're sort of in the Chick-fil-A camp of like funding conversion camps and doing other horrible
Sure,
shit. But
sure.
then also they're looting Baghdad. And you're
Yes.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's Lex Luthor shit.
That's Lex Luthor shit. Like, yes, I'm funding conversion camps. I dislike gay people greatly. Also, have
Mhm.
you seen my vase that I got from the like
That I
fucking
stole from the
origin of
Middle East.
civilization? Yeah.
It's 1,000 years old and I shouldn't have it.
Yeah. Found this
Um,
bad boy between the Tigris and the Euphrates, and it's pretty good.
well, and also like, hey, remember that time I sued the government and got part of Obamacare like defanged?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Remember that? We
That
sell
was
you
me.
models. We have Gundam models. Do you want to see our Gundam
Do you
models
want to
and our
see our
knitting stuff?
Gundams? Or would you like to see the priceless antiquities I stole from the people who deserve it?
Yeah.
Um,
It's pretty funny when if you have a club, you're the British Museum.
mhm.
This another person in your club is fucking Hobby
Hobby
Lobby.
Lobby. Maybe that's the way to get the British Museum
Yeah.
to give their shit back. Is to be
Yeah.
like, you and Hobby Lobby have a lot in common.
You weirdly, there's a lot of crossover between
The
you and
Venn
Hobby
diagram
Lobby.
of the British Museum and Hobby Lobby is not two separate circles.
Yeah.
It's closer to one circle than it is to two.
It truly is. Between the racism and homophobia
Mm-hmm.
and stealing of ancient antiquities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a tangent well worth pursuing, my friend. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just busted. So the
It
solution
just,
you came up with is Fandango at home?
yeah, which is like probably evil in
For
some
sure.
different ways. Like, as a final, I think, example of the issues inherent in making consumer choice your end all be all for like what the ethical thing to do is.
Yeah.
Bombas.
Oh no. Okay.
They've never advertised with us.
No. And actually
Nor will they
okay.
ever.
Oh no.
A good company, yes.
Oh.
For
I mean, yeah.
every pair that you buy, they donate one for people experiencing homelessness. That's awesome. They make pretty good socks. I own
Yeah.
several pairs. They're great. I noticed I've gotten some pairs recently that have been a little less good, right?
Huh. Huh.
Huh. The toe seems to the seam around the toe rips pretty frequently.
Okay, because you're my dude, just to interrupt really briefly,
Hmm.
not a bit. I was going to bring this up this episode. Your boy is blowing through socks. I need a sock company
I have one for
because
you, and you're
okay,
actually gonna like it.
okay, cool.
Um,
And because Bombas is who you know, right? They've been on podcasts for
yeah,
forever. So
not this one,
continue.
notably,
Not this
but they've
one.
been on others.
They've been on more successful podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, which is to say, successful podcasts.
Yeah.
Um, they were purchased by private equity.
PE. No, 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 no.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So they're
That's
they're
why they suck now.
so they're thinning out the socks. They're getting rid of the donations.
I don't know if they're, I think they're still doing the donations, but like between older pairs that I have and newer pairs, you can definitely tell a quality difference because the older pairs I think would survive an apocalypse easily.
Yeah, yeah.
The newer ones I've had to throw a pair away.
I think we are 6 months out from PE, the PE backing for Bombas, deciding to scrap the whole company and them selling it to Yahoo. Or probably
Probably.
more like selling it to Mobim. I don't know who would buy
Maybe.
it,
Yeah.
Bombas. Maybe a big podcaster like Mobim Bam.
Or just maximum fun network.
The Max Fun Network buys Bombas and just
Hmm.
completes the circle. That would actually be fucking amazing. They buy
Um,
MeUndies and Bombas.
your sock recommendation?
Yeah.
Darn tough.
Oh, they're out of Vermont.
They are. I've
Hell yeah,
gotten
brother.
a couple pairs recently. Not cheap, unfortunately, which
Yeah.
again is our issue with making this an individual response. I
Yeah,
can't
totally.
I can't really afford to buy regular pairs of darn tough socks.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't replace my whole wardrobe of sockage
mhm.
with darn tough, but that's a great rec, and I love keeping it in the neighborhood, relatively speaking.
Cause I got a pair of like their like hiking socks, which are
Yeah.
great, and I also got a pair of their like athletic socks. They're like athletic like no-show socks.
Yeah.
Also wonderful, pretty on the thinner side, I would say, but you can tell like they're gonna hold up. I
I think
think.
they also come with a lifetime guarantee, don't they?
I
This is
believe
like
so. Yeah,
free advertising for darn
it
tough,
is.
but it
Yeah,
was probably owned by Halliburton
probably.
or something.
Yeah, I think it's okay. But again, it shouldn't be up to us. It
No,
shouldn't be up to us.
no.
Um,
That is
it
the core problem.
it should just you should just there should be a systemic change where companies are held to account, not by consumers, but maybe by, I don't know, the government,
Yeah, that'd be
um,
nice.
where you
Regulatory
can't like
agencies.
do evil. But that's not where we are. So I've had a hard time trying to figure out if I'm going to get rid of Xbox Game Pass or not because I do
Mm.
have it and I do enjoy it. And it's really nice for me as a parent
Yeah.
because I can't justify spending money on a video game that I'm not really going to have a whole lot of time to play. I don't fucking know, man. I feel like I shouldn't have to wrestle with this because Microsoft shouldn't be able to just make these acquisitions and lay fucking people off like nothing.
Yeah.
Eh. Anyway, so I watched this on Fandango at home, which is owned by Hitler, and um,
And a
I watched.
diversified part of his portfolio. Fandango is owned by fucking the big enchilada himself, Hitler.
Mecha Hitler.
Mecha
He came
Hitler.
back. He's a robot now, and he owns Fandango. But I guess it's better than Microsoft. So
It would genuinely explain a lot if Grok is just a reincarnated or resuscitated, like revived Rasputin style Hitler answering every single question.
yeah, because modern day Hitler would talk about white genocide a lot.
Oh yeah, for
He
sure.
would talk about that kind of a lot. It would
Kind of
be
a
like
lot.
annoying
Yeah.
how often he talked about white
I
genocide.
think at a minimum it would be annoying.
Be like, man, this guy's really fucking on this.
Yeah.
He won't let this one go. So I watched like maybe about half of it at 5 in the morning. I would say the rougher half of
You
it.
watched the worst part of like for watching early in the morning, you watched the roughest part.
Yes. And then I finished it that night. Um,
Damn.
I had some time. I finished the movie that night. Pretty smooth watch. Luke, what's the plot?
Oh no, I forgot I have to deliver the
You have to
plot.
deliver the plot. Do you want me to do it?
Actually, yeah, go for it. That'd be
Okay.
sick.
I feel like this is maybe the first one where we have to do a trigger warning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
If
a
you
content warning
yeah.
for sexual assault,
Yeah.
folks. Just be aware. If you don't want any part of that, now, honestly, I'm going back on a good episode for us to not really engage because you got a good 30 minutes of us just riffing, talking about Hobby Lobby, looting antiquities, and everyone's favorite new game, Too Many Granddads.
Do you think really quick, do you think people from like a Hobby Lobby CEO goes to the British Museum and is like how much? And they're like,
Yes, absolutely. He's
what?
like,
How
well,
much?
I actually think no. I think he would be bothered by the fact that he would have to pay.
Oh yeah, it's the thing that gets him off is the looting.
The taking and likely killing of an Arab person.
Yes,
I
100%.
I think if he's like I'll kill someone who's not white if it means
Hmm.
I can get this.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is a museum, sir. And he goes, all right, well, I'll just go to Baghdad then.
Anyway, yeah, content warning.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
content
didn't
warning.
mean. Yeah.
For let's see, what racism, sexual assault,
Misogyny, I think, is in here too
misogyny,
somewhere.
yeah. So the movie is set in Mississippi, and two real shitbag racist white dudes sexually assault a 10-year-old girl
Yeah.
at the beginning of the film. And that girl is Samuel L. Jackson's daughter. And so the two gentlemen are arrested for it, but a recent case elsewhere where a black girl was sexually assaulted, the white perpetrator got off,
Yeah.
was not convicted, and so Samuel L. Jackson decides he's gonna take it into his own hands, and so he does gun both of these guys down in the courthouse.
Which is pretty cool. Like,
Pretty cool. I did write down what Samuel L. Jackson is about to do is the right thing. And then I watched the scene and I did pause it for a moment and go, and I went, no, I haven't seen it. I stand by it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Other than, well, he did get the cop, but so it depends on.
Mm,
Right, exactly. You're kind of,
Mississippi cop.
you're right, Mississippi cop. Because one of these cops is literally in the KKK.
Yeah. So he is now being put on trial for murder. And Matthew McConaughey is his defense attorney.
Yeah.
Um, and so he's taking up the case. The KKK gets involved. Um, they do a lot of terrorism. Um,
That
and
they're industrious
in
at being
oh,
shit heads in this
prodigious
movie.
terrorists,
Yeah.
the KKK. One of the members of the Klan is a cop.
Yeah.
Um, and then you're probably wondering, hey, you've talked a lot about this movie and you've not mentioned Sandra Bullock, and that's because she's load bearing in the sense of like if you prop up a water heater with a 2x4.
Yeah, so she's super load bearing, but also in the same way that like Plot Dog is. You know how many
Mm-hmm.
movies we've watched where the dog is like super plot relevant because they will like bring plot relevant shit to the main
Yes.
characters? That's just Sandy Beast essentially a plot dog.
Sandy B is a sexy lamp with a knowledge of legal precedent.
Yeah, exactly. Like a sexy lamp with like a little AI generated screen on it that you can like
Yeah.
beep boop stuff into and it will like give
And
you
it
legal
prints
precedent.
out legal papers.
Yeah, totally. That's
So
a really I didn't think about her being a sexy lamp. She pretty much is in this movie.
she is essentially a sexy lamp who has a law textbook
Yeah.
t taped to her base.
Yeah.
So she's a law school student whose dad is a fancy pants lawyer in the Northeast. And she wants to help Matthew McConaughey because she virulently opposes the death penalty. Um, and Matthew McConaughey, despite being a defense attorney, very pro death penalty. Very pro death penalty.
It's pretty like to the point where he says, I wish we could go back to hanging people on the courthouse
Yeah,
lawn.
he
Like,
says, I actually think we don't do it enough.
yeah.
But I am a liberal. Um,
It's
which
sort of the
is
John Fetterman approach when you think about it.
it is kind of a Fetterman approach to liberalism. Like, yeah, I think, maybe black people shouldn't die, but what if other people did more? What if the state killed more people?
What if the state killed more people, though? I am a
Mm-hmm.
liberal, by the way, registered Democrat. But what
Yeah.
if the state killed more people?
Vote blue no matter who. I think the state should kill more people.
Hmm.
Um, so they kind of have a thing, even though Matt is married.
Yeah.
So they never really act on it, but there's some chemistry there. Matthew McConaughey argues the case against noted creep Kevin Spacey, everyone.
Which is such a good example of what the fuck we were just talking about. Because how do you approach something like this that has a like certified criminal creep?
Hmm.
Like, what do you do with that? Do you fast forward through the Kevin Spacey parts? You can't really do
So
that.
I will say, friends of the podcast, What Went Wrong, I think handled this pretty well, where they note the controversy, they
Yeah.
note the wrongdoing, because they've done films by like Roman Polanski, who is
Woof.
like, "Ew."
Ooh.
Um, and it is a sense of sort of separating the art from the artist. I think there's a discussion over whether you can
Yeah.
actually do that, but
Yeah.
for the purposes of a film, I think it is very reasonable. But I think particularly a film, because a lot of people are involved in the making of a movie.
Yeah. Oh, like a
It's not just
village.
like it's not like one of Hitler's paintings or Hitler's Fandango at Home app, where
Which
it's
he
like
made by
one
himself.
where he taught self-taught to
Yeah.
code, um, where like it's not one person's work.
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily one person's vision. And particularly if they're the director, like you're seeing like their influence, but not, it
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
squicky with
It gets so
movies.
squicky because again, it takes a village to make one of these things.
Yeah, like Kevin Spacey is here. And
Yeah.
he plays, I would say, a major role. Um, but like the movie would not function without him,
Mm-mm.
but it also is not leaning on him, if
No.
that makes sense. And so like you can comment on his performance, you can not. I think if you note and understand what he has done, and understand that likely when the movie was made, he was doing creepo shit.
Yeah.
Um, there's still it. I think it's still worth discussing and engaging with like, well, he does X, Y, and Z, and yeah, he is a piece of shit, but this performance was good.
Yeah. No, I agree 100% because it's like
Because
again,
he does play a rat bastard pretty good. Because he
he
is one.
he is one. And it also goes back to that thing we were talking about earlier of like personal responsibility and how it's not your personal responsibility to like every decision you make. And I think media consumption is one of these things where we really like to get on a soapbox and like
Hmm.
punch each other. It's not even punching down. Just I think on the left, it's like we like to sucker punch each other over like you like Baby Driver, Kevin Spacey's in that punch. Like to your point, that's a whole other thing we don't have to get into, but like separating
Yeah.
the artist from the art. Like there's a reason Kevin Spacey is in most movies in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like dude was a good actor. Total shitbag, not
Hmm.
deserving of any of that respect, turns out. But he's in a shitload of movies. So what do we
It,
do? Well, I think you're right. I think it's a good tactic to just like acknowledge it every time. Like just throw a little asterisk on there of like Kevin Spacey, known criminally convicted creep.
yes.
Um,
And again, you don't excuse his behavior. You don't say, well, he did shitty stuff, but, he's a good actor. Like, no.
yeah.
The two things can be true at the same time. Much like, um, this is going to sound sort of out of left field. My senator, John Bozeman, piece of shit. Fuck him to death. Except
Mhm.
he was a big supporter of the PACT Act, which extended healthcare coverage for veterans who were exposed to um, like toxic chemicals and burn pits, which they previously were not getting free healthcare for. And those kinds of exposures are related to a whole host of health problems. Um, many of which are really expensive to treat, and
Mm,
the VA was not covering that kind of health care.
damn.
And credit where it's fucking due, you know?
Yeah.
It may be a broken clock situation, but when the clock's right, I don't know, maybe give the clock some kudos.
It's almost like if you don't give the clock kudos when it is right, then maybe it will stop being right twice a day in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Or my governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, absolute piece of shit, deeply corrupt. Also has pushed to get free lunches for students in schools.
yeah.
That's just good.
Yeah.
I do not agree with like fucking anything she does. She has mostly done terrible things for the state and done a lot of corrupt stuff. That one thing, pretty good. She's
Yeah.
also been generally a pretty big supporter of victim services and victims' rights. Like you can praise that and
Yeah.
also be like, but she does suck.
Yeah, she still sucks. Yeah.
Just like I can say, Kevin Spacey did a good job in this movie. He's also a piece of
Also,
shit.
yeah, and also it's a new improv rule that we have to have in
Hmm.
2025, which is uh
And also,
and also
yeah.
yeah, for sure. Man, we are full of like juicy modern takes on stuff this
I
time around.
man, I don't know what it is,
Yeah, we're
but
cooking up moralistic stakes over here, like
I
ethical
guess.
stakes.
But it's just it is a I think it is a tough thing to wrangle with.
Yeah.
Um, you know, like watching fuck what was that show on Netflix that Kevin Spacey was on?
Oh, House of Cards?
House of Cards. It's
Yeah.
like that I'll admit I have a harder time like sitting with that one
Yeah.
of like I'm probably as much as I enjoyed it when it first came out because we didn't know. Um, I enjoyed that show a lot. I
Yeah.
would have a harder time going back and watching it now. And in fact, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think I would either because it stands on it only works because it's Kevin Spacey doing it.
Yeah.
Or like
Like,
the version we got works because it's Kevin Spacey doing it. So like someone
yeah.
else could have come in and done like I don't know, Kiefer Sutherland or someone could have come
Hmm.
in and done a good job.
Yeah.
But
I think it is hard to square that circle.
yeah.
I don't think there is necessarily a firm logic to like,
No.
well, it's okay to appreciate Kevin Spacey in this, or fucking American Beauty. I've never seen it, so I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. But not House of Cards. I don't know. I don't know what the line is. I don't purport to know where it is, but I do think there is an argument to be made that like again, I think What Went Wrong handles things pretty well in saying
Yeah.
like Roman Polanski, horrible person. Um, and they do talk about his life. He also experienced truly nightmarish hardships. Um, are these things connected? Probably. Does it
Yeah.
excuse it? No. Did he
No.
make some good films? Yes. It's Bill Cosby. Bill
Mhm.
Cosby, horrible, horrible fucking person. Did monstrous things for decades.
Yeah.
He also did a lot of really good progressive things for black people in show business.
Yeah. I mean, it goes for me, it all gets thrown into this bucket that's like something you hinted at earlier, but it's
Hmm.
like whatever you derive joy from, don't be so worried about we as leftists should not be so worried about where exactly the line is and when you've crossed it as so much as like if you want to derive joy from Baby Driver, which is one of my favorite movies that has
Hmm.
Kevin Spacey in it, like who am I to say like you don't get to enjoy Baby Driver anymore as long as you're not like out here being like, Kevin Spacey, like a quick Kevin Spacey. Like there's a huge difference between just passively enjoying something.
Hmm.
Because to your point about capitalism, this is what you sort of hinted at. Like where do you get joy from these days? If you're
Yeah.
trying to do something that's like, I can only do things like the fucking disc golf course down the street might be like bankrolled by Walmart for all we know. Like, if you are personally trying to do things so that your good place points all add up in the correct direction all the time, you're not gonna have like you're gonna be literally dug from the good place and not have a good life.
Hmm.
You have to stay sane, do things that are like ethically dubious, whether you're aware of them or obviously don't do things if you're aware of them, but if you're unaware of something and you partake and you enjoy it, like I don't know, man, that doesn't make you a bad person for like deriving joy from things that are like in 2025 capitalist driven that suck. So,
Yeah, and again, I think boiling it down to a purity test
yes,
does
exactly.
does nothing for anyone.
Yeah, that's much better put. That's what I'm trying to get at for sure. Is like this purity test concept that I think the left really struggles with. And the
Well,
right, but we're pretty bad about it over here, being like, my soapbox is taller than your soapbox, I think, and it
well,
really
and
sucks.
it also discounts again, like in my situation, where am I supposed to go grocery shopping?
Yeah, totally.
Because I cannot feasibly shop at Costco, which
Yeah,
I recognize is as a company probably better than the other stores around me. Um, I
yeah,
can't do that on a regular basis.
yeah,
Um, so I shop at Kroger because that's what's available to me.
yeah,
And so I think there becomes a God, I'm gonna sound awful, a classist element to it.
yeah,
Because like, to buy ethically sourced clothes costs money that
yeah,
not a lot of like I would say your average person does not have the time to research that
yeah.
and the money to purchase it.
Yeah, or like if you live in like standard food desert, right?
Hmm.
And your only option is Dollar General, which is a terrible company,
Horrible.
truly horrible, like talking about price gouging and preying on people's inability to go anywhere
Hmm.
else. But like if you're in the bucket where your only option is Dollar General for food every night,
Hmm.
like you don't have the space to care or to like be able to do anything about it, nor should
Yeah,
it be like,
it's out
yeah,
of your hands.
it's
And
totally out
that's
of your
why these
hands.
things require a systemic change rather than an individual one.
1000%. Yeah.
It's
Like,
the same with blaming individuals for their health status. Like it's largely not um, an individual decision. And
yeah,
like the more and more that gets studied, the more and more there is a link between poverty and health status.
yeah,
And we know that there are links between like demographics and poverty. And like racism and poverty. And so
yeah,
it's not a matter of just like, we'll go to the fucking gym. It's like, well, it's not that simple.
yeah,
And it shouldn't, I think we should all generally try to do the best that we can within our ability to do it.
yeah.
I'm not saying that like it's free reign to just be a dick because you
No,
can be like, well, the system's busted, so why the fuck should I try to do anything?
no.
I think
Like, you
you,
should recycle, but you should also be asking people to, like, maybe not pollute like, maybe stop private jet expansion,
hmm
put some laws on the books around shit that actually
yeah,
has, like, a huge impact.
do what you can within your means, and also ask more of your government
Yeah,
to create a better environment,
yeah,
and not just like the physical, like eco-friendly sort of environment sense, but like political environment, social environment. Like,
yeah. Your enclosure as an animal at the zoo,
yes,
you need a better enclosure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or the lions will maul the zookeeper.
Or they should. They never do. That's the
They never
problem,
do.
Sam.
And maybe we should.
Maybe,
Maybe we
maybe,
should maul the fucking
maybe
zookeepers.
the
Jokes,
zookeepers.
jokes, jokes.
That's how you get out of shit, right? You just scream jokes over the
You
top of
do,
it.
you do, just scream jokes. We have wandered pretty far afield of this
Yeah.
one. Um, in fact, we haven't even given our review.
Yeah, let's do that and then just like plow through like 5 minutes of that and probably call it good,
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think.
fair.
Yeah, I can start. Well, the plot you didn't quite finish, so I'll just do it really quickly, which is that like Matthew McConaughey is defending Samuel L. Jackson
Mm-hmm.
And Sandy B is like you said, at Ole Miss as like a legal a law student.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a court drama. They do court stuff. Shenanigans happen. The KKKs involved burning houses, trying to blow people up, doing
Mm-hmm.
lots of terrorism. Ultimately, he is found innocent,
Mm-hmm.
mostly because of a big ass speech that Matt McConaughey gives at the end. That's like pretty hard to get through.
Oh, it's rough. It is rough.
Where basically he recounts the assault and then like says at the end, like, but imagine she was white. And I guess that worked because the jury
Scene
is like,
two.
anyway, that's the plot. Um, my quick review. This movie's really good. I will never watch it again. Thank you very much.
Mm. Yeah. Um, I loved it.
Yeah,
I
it's a good
really
one.
genuinely love this. I mean, like, I love a courtroom drama.
Yeah, I
Um,
think our court. Okay, here's my hot take,
mhm.
and this is goofs. This is something we can goof about. I think disaster movies and courtroom dramas are pretty much always a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I think it's just a concept that works.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat on those bones.
So much meat on these bones.
So yeah, I thought this was really, really well done.
Oh yeah.
I will have to admit I was surprised that it was directed by Joel Schumacher, who did
Hmm.
uh was it the Batman with George Clooney?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Wild that that's the same dude. Same dude who was like put nipples on Batman.
Yeah,
Um,
you know what Batman's well, yeah, he is I get to say this as a member of the community. I don't he is very gay, so
mhm.
maybe that has something to do with it. Um
I just mean
I can't
he
speak to that. I don't know.
this movie I think pretty deftly handles a lot of really heavy topics.
Yes. And
Um,
from the Batman guy, that's pretty fucking cool.
it's
Like,
pretty impressive that he is so deft with this and then so heavy-handed with Batman's nipples,
yeah.
which
It
title
could
of my
be
memoir, Heavy-Handed with Batman's
Batman's
Nipples.
nipples. I mean, it could be like a Tarantino Dust Till Dawn thing of like just
Hmm.
writing in what you want to see in the world and like sucking
Sure.
some Hayek's toes. So I don't know him.
Hey,
Get yours, man. Whatever.
to each your own.
Yeah.
Um,
This movie is really good though.
it's
It's
so phenomenal.
in the same bucket for me as like there's some other films that sort of fall into this bucket, but like I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite movies. I will never watch it again because it's so heavy.
Yeah, I long stretches of it I think I could watch,
Yeah.
but definitely the beginning and the ending are rough enough
Yeah.
that I feel like I could not.
Yeah, I do have one complaint with it.
Uh-huh.
That I'm just not sure how to take it, and it is Sandy B related.
Mm-hmm.
Because as mentioned, I one, replacing her with the sexy lamp in this movie is fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are many scenes where Matt McConaughey is like doing it's classic courtroom drama. They're like covered in legal textbooks
Yes.
and up to their eyeballs in texts doing research. And if it was just a sexy lamp that he
Mm-hmm.
was like having heartfelt conversations with while drunk,
Mm-hmm.
that would be very funny. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get through this one. And just like one of those little
Click
lamps with
click.
the leg, click, click. But I don't know how to take their romance, end quote. Um,
It's it's odd.
yeah, because he's happily married, it seems,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
To Ashley Judd.
to Ashley Judd, who is not on board with what he's doing, which is
No.
fair. Their house does get burnt down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, their romance is kind of weird and feels like a Grisham insert to me in some ways. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah,
this
because
isn't a
it is
Grisham.
yeah, big based on a Grisham book.
His
Um,
first book, by the
is
way,
it really?
his first one.
Wow. Okay, I can get like why he got popular because it is a really well done
Yeah,
book that also feels, I think, still very relevant today.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Unfortunate that
Yes.
about 30 years later it's still very relevant, but
Very little has changed, I would say.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um But no, like really well done. Um, the performances are all like off the chart.
Oh yeah.
I have to say, Kiefer Sutherland playing a dyed-in-the-wool bigot and member of the Klan. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He sells that really well.
You kind of hate him by the end of this movie,
Oh, absolutely, you hate him.
which is hard because he's Kiefer Sutherland. Like,
Very fun to watch Kiefer Sutherland and Donald Sutherland in the same flick.
yeah, who apparently were like somewhat estranged for a long time.
Were they?
Yeah, and then it would just imagine being on set with your estranged dad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite
And
weird.
it's also the first time like I noticed that they do look pretty similar.
They're pretty similar, yeah,
Because
for sure.
before, like I knew it was father and son, but I never thought they looked all that much alike.
Yeah.
And then this, I was like, oh no, they do.
Yeah,
They very much do.
I think it's the hair color. I think it's the difference in hair color that
Yeah.
really like makes it kind of tricky.
Um, I'll say young Matthew McConaughey looks like a child.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing, because we were talking about this, like he looks like he's aged. He has not aged 30 years.
No,
Like
no,
you
no,
look at
no.
him, he looks like maybe 10 years older than he is in this movie
Hmm.
today. So I don't know what, the guy who I can't remember his name, but he's all over Twitter and such. The guy who's like getting his son's blood injected into him and stuff to like
Oh
try
yeah,
to
that
like,
dude. Yeah.
yeah, he should just call it Matt McConaughey
Hmm.
and figure out what the hell that guy's doing
Oh,
because
Matt would
it's
love to tell him his wellness ideas.
all right, all right, all right. So here's what we're gonna do.
I do also think it's interesting that just because of the makeup and all of that, Samuel L. Jackson looks older in this movie than he does today,
Yeah.
which is impressive.
That is such a good point. Holy shit, you're right.
He looked so old in this movie, and he looks so much younger today.
He really does. Like thinking about like anything he's been in recently
Hmm.
that I've seen. Yeah, for sure. He looks like decades younger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. I did like that the Grand Dragon of the Mississippi KKK's name is like Ronald Stump,
Ronald Stump. And he's
and
just like the biggest loser you've ever met.
he's got big divorced dad energy.
Oh yeah.
Um, actually, he's got big impotence energy.
Big impotence energy, or to your point, maybe a like divorce gone wrong. And at the end of it, he's like, well, I'm just gonna become consumed by my work, which is hating black people. So
Hating blacks, Jews, and gays.
mhm.
Um, yeah, he's got this like lame ass mustache. He looks like the manager at a Best Buy
I was about to say
is
the
kind of
exact
how
same thing.
he's dressed.
Actually, I take it back. I don't think it's the Best Buy. I think he's the manager, long-term manager at a Staples.
I was about to fucking say Staples.
It's got to
God
be
damn it,
Staples.
Luke. It is a Staples. And it's a failing Staples too.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
be clear, this is not a succeeding Staples.
No, it's one that corporate is keeping alive that like for like territory reasons it makes
Yeah,
sense to
for
have
like
a
legal
Staples there.
purposes.
Right.
This is the Staples that's our tax write-off.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the tax dump. That's the
mhm.
money hole that we write off on our taxes.
Yeah, Ronald Stump running a terrible show over there at
Yeah.
Staples number 078. Um,
Yeah.
but you can't believe that whites are superior when your name is Stump.
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 Yeah, there's some real zingers in there. Their logic is like, I don't know, this movie does such a good job of painting them as like lunatics, like
Yes.
truly reprehensible, morally fucked up lunatics. Like the
Hmm.
things that they believe are just yeah, they make you hate them very
Yes.
quickly. And I wish more of them died. That's my only complaint.
That is I mean, Stump did get set on fire, which was pretty cool.
It was pretty good. I mean, that Staples is out of a senior manager now, which kind of
Hmm.
sucks. But
Yeah, that's tough.
that's hard on that particular Staples because they're really not doing great to begin with.
And also, can I just say, um, so he's a Grand Dragon. and he's
Yeah.
wearing red. I feel like a red dragon typically has fire resistance, so I just from D&D rules, I don't feel like
Yeah.
he's a real dragon.
I don't think so.
If
Or,
fire killed him so good.
yeah, or Red Dragon in the like Hannibal sense, also
Mm,
very
yes.
different. Yeah, I don't know. The
I
whole
did
thing
think it
is
was
so
funny they
stupid.
had an application
Hmm.
to join the KKK.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it,
what's on the application?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like it's a pretty short survey.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Jews? Fucking hate them. How do you
Love
feel
them.
about these other
Mm.
people? Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
beans. I blew it.
I blew it. Man, I figured it was like if you answer I hate them to all of them,
Right.
there'd be a gotcha in there somewhere.
Oh,
But
yeah. Um, Let me think. Speaking of the KKK, pretty fucked up that you could just be a member of the KKK out in the open in your robes, and that's not illegal.
you mean like in 2020, like in the real world in
In the real
2025?
world and in this movie.
Yeah,
That
no,
like
it's
they're
fucked
in the
up.
movie, they're doing acts of terrorism. It is obviously the KKK, and they're just out in the open in their robes in broad daylight,
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's the Klan."
that's the Klan. You can't do nothing about the Klan though.
Yeah, they're definitely
Uh,
not a terrorist organization.
they're definitely not terrorists. They're yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
I did write a lot about like Donald, get your son under control.
Mhm.
Uh, and when he shot that National Guardsman, I was like, Donald, your son,
Come get your son.
get your boy.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. A couple other things from this that I had.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Uh, Fuck, I just had it. There was one hanging thread in this that I really needed the movie to clear up.
Yeah.
And that was the man that I dubbed Mickey Mouseman,
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. Okay, so this is the turncoat inside the KKK who
who's
keeps
never really remarked upon.
no, and they make a big deal out of not showing his face, and then when they do, we both went like, "Wait, who the fuck is that
Yeah,
guy?"
who?
Oops.
So it's just Mickey Mouseman, and they never explain like why he's a turncoat or who he
Yeah.
actually is. Maybe I missed something. I just wish they had spent some more time with Mickey Mouseman.
I do like the idea that his name is Mickey Mouseman.
He's
Uh,
very Jewish.
he's very Jewish, like maybe distantly, like a ancestor that converted in the
hmm
Hungarian Empire or something.
Yeah.
But he's still got the name and is trying to reconnect with his roots, and then but
Yeah.
he also
Well,
has like connections to the KKK that he's trying to make use of, and
it's tough because at Ellis Island they changed it from Mousekiwitz
Mousewitzed
to
him.
Mouseman.
Yeah,
Um, and
Mickey
then
Mouse Man.
I had two questions.
Yeah,
Well, one of them is Kenneth's, but mine is a court question. So on several occasions in this, they tell the jury to disregard a thing they just heard.
yeah.
I don't actually understand how that's possible because you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Nope.
So,
Yeah, I think you've hit upon a pretty valid criticism of how our
mhm,
legal process is supposed to work.
yeah. Because if I hear that they signed a confession to the rape, and then the judge says, "No, you didn't hear that."
Yeah,
I did, though, Judge.
I super did.
I did hear that. They parted the kimono. You can't unpart it.
That is such a good metaphor because you literally cannot. Once the kimono has been parted, no amount of like anything is
Nothing.
going to remove that from your memory.
Nothing. I saw all of it.
You saw everything.
I can't delete that. There's
Yeah.
no control Z for my memory.
No, there's not. So I don't know. I think I think much like a lot of what's displayed in this movie about our legal system is like not ideal.
What?
Like apparently the racist foreman that's like trying to lead the jury in a certain direction,
And they're like, "Hey, you can't talk about it." And he's like, "But I want to.
but I want to.
So
Let's
let's
all try
all
to.
vote for it over this Chinese food that is easily giving them all the runs."
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's
the
a Chinese
jury's
restaurant in a motel.
yeah, it's not starting. Well, that can either break that's well no, I take it back. That'll break one of two ways. Both are going to end with you on the toilet.
Yeah.
One, it'll be fucking amazing, and then two, it will not be good at all. But either way,
Hmm.
the like the health and safety rating of that restaurant is not good.
No.
So either way,
They're doing a lot of recesses for diarrhea.
yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah.
juror number 12 is or whatever is like
Spraying mud again.
spraying my juror two. Oh God.
Um, the final question, and this was
Yeah.
from Kenna after the movie was over, which she did have a real good joke. So they show up to the cookout and they're like, "Oh, we brought peach cobbler." And Kenna goes, "You don't bring peach cobbler to a cookout." And I was like, "Why not?" And she was like, "'Cause they already have it, and Sam, it's gonna be better.
Hmm.
It's gonna be better than their white people peach cobbler." And so I said, "Well, what should you bring to a cookout?" And she said, "If you're white, the drinks or
Oh, yeah.
cups."
Yeah.
I brought cups. Which I appreciate because it's true. If you're white and you're showing up to a cookout, nothing you make is going to be better.
It's such a good point because it is a power move and a move that you will not succeed at to show up with like ribs or something to be like,
Exactly.
I brought the ribs. No,
It's
you
like
fucking didn't.
you brought the worst ribs.
You brought the ribs that no one's gonna touch except you.
Exactly. You're gonna be like, I don't get it. These ribs are really good. Nobody else is eating them.
I love the idea. Yeah, you should bring drinks. See, we're full of wisdom today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, that was Kenneth's, but her question is Matthew McConaughey a good actor?
Okay, do you want an honest answer or a doofy answer?
Given the tone of this episode, I think we have to go honest.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing. I think your ability to act is directly related to how far away you can get from your personality. Does that make sense? So
Interesting.
like,
Okay.
because there are people who I think Sandy B is such a good example of this. I think Sandy B is like a pretty down to chill person
Hmm.
who is capable of playing anybody. She's
Yeah.
got such good acting chops.
I have to say she is stellar in this.
Yeah.
She does a really good job. In fact, one of my favorite things from her was when she goes to the psychiatric facility to dig up dirt on the defense's expert witness. And she does this incredible thing where she is doing a Southern accent with a hidden Northeast accent,
Yeah.
where it's like, because her character, is from, I think, Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, it feels so real that she's like, I'm doing a Boston accent. I'm playing a character with a Boston accent who's doing a Southern accent and not nailing it.
Yeah.
And so it is this interesting mix of the two that I just thought was amazing.
Yeah. Uh But we are going so long, so I'm gonna like try
Yeah.
to. Let me. I have a story to say about Matthew McConaughey, and I'm gonna
Okay.
try to keep it real quick. So I have a friend who is a cinematographer on a movie called Mud.
Mud?
Mud that shot
Mud?
in
In
Arkansas.
Arkansas? Yeah.
Yeah, and Matt McConaughey was the lead. So Matthew McConaughey apparently, cinematographer friend was like taking a leak somewhere in this like huge field where they were shooting, right?
Hmm.
Matt McConaughey comes up and is like right next to him
Mm.
and is also taking a leak.
This feels
Uh,
very McConaughey.
very McConaughey.
You
And
have
then
a
turns
whole
to him,
field and you pick.
finishes. Yes, it's the urinal problem, right? He chose the urinal right next to this guy, but it is a
Hmm.
wide open field.
Yes.
So he saddles up next to him, finishes up, and goes, "All right, all right, all right," and smacks him on the back so hard that he fell over. So I say all this to say, I think we see a lot of movies where we get the real Matthew McConaughey and he's not
Uh-huh.
acting at all.
Yes.
But then he is very capable of doing a flick like this where I think it's not him. It's
No.
him acting. So I think, yeah, I think he's a pretty good actor.
I think so. So what I said to Kenna was, I think he's a great actor when he wants to be.
Yes, when he wants to be, for
I
sure.
think there are times where, um, failure to launch, he
Yeah.
decides he doesn't want to be a good actor. He just wants to get paid. And I respect that. I don't want
Yes.
to put in 100% to my job every day,
No.
and I still want to get paid
Yeah.
sometimes.
Sometimes you just want to show up and get a paycheck.
Exactly. And so I respect that.
Sometimes you want to show up, rock a piss, and say,
Hmm.
all right, 3 times, and then smack a guy over.
I
Like
guess, into their own piss.
into their own piss, into the mud of the ground, like the muddy ground at their feet. Uh,
Rough,
Rough stuff, man.
rough stuff. But yeah, we should get going. I gotta put my boy down for a nap.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
pretty
time.
soon here. I also gotta eat some lunch. I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Um, so next time we're watching 1996's In Love and War. Uh, until then, folks, thanks for listening to Hanks Banksy. You can find us on Facebook, Hanks Banksy Podcast. Find us on Instagram, Hanks Banksy Pod. You can send us an email at hanksbanksypod@gmail.com. We got a Patreon, patreon.com/HanksyPanksy. We got stuff over there. We need to put more up there, but it's busy time, busy season
Yeah,
for us folks over here. Um, so we'll get to it. Chuck us enough money, and you can be one of our Hanks's heroes like Tuck and Daniel and Phyllis. I'll piss right next to you.
nice.
Look, you got a final quote.
Oh, really quick. Yesterday was Sandy B's birthday, so happy birthday,
Oh,
Sandy
happy
B.
birthday, Sandy B.
Yeah, I do. Do you want it said as Mickey Mouse or somebody else?
Mickey Mouse.
Okay, it is. I thought you were already dead.
Excellent. Love
Yeah.
it. No
Yep.
notes.
No notes. Yeah, okay.
Well, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy. No whoops. We'll be back next time with what was In Love and War? I don't know.